Bangalore, but originally from Kolkata, now a Kannadiga for the last 20 years. I'm a health and fitness coach, and we work with people to help them maximize their health so they can lead a fulfilling life. Our mission is to basically reduce the healthcare burden by encouraging people to adopt good lifestyle. And so I'm the founder of Navitae. And prior to this, I also held a corporate career in a software engineering profession with various multinationals like Hummingbird, Mindtree Consulting, as well as Fidelity Investment. So that has been a journey of 15 years in corporate and 5 years as a health and fitness coach, and going strong, enjoying every aspect of this journey as well. When we started in the world of fitness, when I moved out of my corporate career to help to impact more people, achieve fulfilling life, we were only serving one customer at that time. Today, we have impacted about 40,000 people across the world, of which 30,000 are women. And we are serving about more than 1,000 customers across the world right now. So that has been our journey. There is a saying in Hindi which says, "Ghar ghar ki kahani." I used to think that it was only my problem, my family problem. And when I started speaking, and my corporate career also helped me get more exposure to women. And I also used to lead a program called Women in Excellence, which gave me an exposure to, as part of being an employee of Fidelity Investments, I was managing that program. And that gave me a lot of exposure into women across the world. And I realized that it was a ghar ghar ki kahani. And it is not just health. There are a lot of social conditioning that prevents women from making the decisions, standing up for themselves and saying that this is what is important for us. So, it's a lot of different things, not just health. And, with my humble contributions, whatever I can do, I feel, energized every day. So our team is 6-member team. Now, not all 40,000 are our paid members. 40,000 are the people we have trained over a period of number of years. We do a lot of free training for people. And then, there are certain programs which people can join if they want to be directly coached by us. So we are a team of 6. We are serving 1,000 plus customers, close to 1,500 customers now across the world, and 40,000 people trained on health and fitness through our various free programs that we do. So the programs that we do, for the paid members, we coach them on health, the food that they lifestyle, stress reduction, the kind of natural food, away from supplements, away from fat diets. There is a lot of Western influence on the food that we eat. We are trying to help people understand that when you are in India and the environmental conditions that are there, it is best suited that we consume the food that is grown in India. So we are trying to educate people on that, on the kind of food they should have, the right kind of exercises. Especially for women, there is very less awareness of strength exercises in women. Women feel that, they'll end up looking like a man if they start building muscle, but actually the contrary is true. When we build muscle, it gives support to our bones, our skeleton, our joints, tendons, and ligaments, and which helps us to reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Men need it, but women need it as a mandatory medicine to reduce the risk of osteoporosis. So we educate women on the need of strength exercises, and we help them understand how they can remain fit in the comfort, privacy, and safety of their home. Many women do not like going to the gym, and many women think that they have to go to the gym in order to remain healthier, stronger, and fitter, and in order to do strength exercises. So we help them understand, no, they can do it at home with their own body weight. They can use their own body weight to make their own body strong. So that is one level of the awareness that we do. And also on proper hydration, amount of sleep that they need, going out in the sun so that can reduce their mental anxiety, stress disorders. There has been a lot of scientific study on the efficacy of sunlight on our happy hormones, the way we feel, our overall health and well-being. So we encourage people to be outdoors in the sun and take proper sleep. Indians are sleeping very less with COVID. We are spending more time on Netflix, watching TV, and that is pushing our bedtime away. So we are making people aware on proper sleep habits as well. So this is what our training program covers. The free programs almost covered the same. at a much higher level, as in at a much abstract level. What we see is the basic habits itself are wrong. So no matter what the genes are, definitely genes play a big role in a lot of healthcare conditions that come up. However, we see that the basic habits itself are wrong. People are so we try helping people on the right kind of habits: nutrition habits, exercising habits, sleep habits, stress reduction, sunlight, and hydration. For me, there is no failure because everything that happens gives me a lot of learning. So I cannot really say that it was a failure. Well, it has been a lot of struggle and challenge, as I was saying, right? It is I started this journey with the approach that I would want to make everybody healthier and fitter. But the biggest struggle, and my target audience were women above the age of 35, because if they start taking their health into consideration from 35, then they will be healthier post menopause. But the biggest challenges that we faced was, prevention is not a big thing in India. Because it is not lying on your face, it is not slapping on your face. So I do not want to take action now, right? So until it slaps me on the face and tells me now I have to go for a surgery or I have to go to the doctor, it doesn't come upon us that I could have avoided this if I took action 10 years back. So that itself was the first struggle. That was the first challenge. The second challenge was to break through all the social conditioning. A woman's in many cases, now women, the condition of women in India is improving. However, India still continues to be a patriarchal country, right? We all know that, we all understand that. So in order for a woman to make her voice heard and say that we have to have our dinner by 7:30 p.m. or we need to have a set a bedtime at 10:30 p.m. That itself we saw was a struggle, because she continued to tell, women would tell me that my husband does not agree, my in-laws will not come to the dinner table, it is very difficult to convince them, and if I start convincing them, there will be a fight in the family. So you see where I'm going to, it was just not about health. There are a lot of other barriers that we have to break through in order to get to the heart of the problem that we want to solve. So today, that is our biggest challenge that we are facing. So we do a lot of mindset training as well for women. Speak up, be confident of your decision. God has given you a brain like they have given a brain to your husband. You can put it to good use. Feel that you are worthy of being heard. So all of those kind of trainings are also happening. So to give a short answer to your question, Elsa, there has been, I do not take anything as a failure. For me, everything has been a learning opportunity. Every barrier has been a learning opportunity. And I have learned from each one of them. So today, the challenges we are focusing on right now are much bigger than health. Mindset, social conditioning, bringing your level up where you are being heard in the family, because if you are being heard, that is when you will start influencing the people in the house around you. So yeah. Well, most proud is that, there are women who are getting very, very positive results out of the programs that we are running. Every day we get hundreds of emails saying, Ruma, your program has touched me and I'm able to bring about this small change in my family. And when one of those emails hit our mailbox, that is, my day is done. So now it started with Mahatma Gandhi, for his resilience, for his leadership through tough times. Mother Teresa, who showed the world how to love selflessly. Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, who is a big entrepreneur, a woman entrepreneur in India. I look up to her. And then Oprah Winfrey from the United States, being a woman of color, having very troubled childhood. She was one of the most influential women in the United States of America. My mother, who taught me organizational skills, who taught me discipline. My father, who gave me a bigger vision for life. My mother-in-law, a woman I'm yet to meet a woman like her in my personal life, who could think beyond her time, who was much way ahead, advanced in terms of her age. And of course, my husband, Nabendu, for his ethics and strength of character. So a lot of people has actually influenced me, Elsa. And I'm very proud to have them in my family. I'm a Kathak dancer who is working towards a degree. So till the last day I live, I want to dance on stage under my Guruji Murari Sharan Gupta. And I want to go back to college again, study, finish my study that I have not completed. So my elder son is in college already. He's 20. My younger son will be in college in another 2 years. So after that, I'll be back to college again with them. You know, my mother has been, because I grew up seeing how my mother had suffered. You know, she was suffering from from different ailments. One of the things that I had in my mind very strongly that I will not become like her. You know, I will be healthier, I will be fitter, I'll be more available for my family, I'll have a happier life, because I saw how my mother had suffered. You know, being tied to bed is not happy at all, let me tell you that. And I've seen how my mother has suffered in front of my eyes, and that was the last thing I wanted that to happen to me. And I knew that I haven't it in my genes. So I'll be very, very prone to health issues. So I started taking care of myself from the time I was in university. I started close to 24, 25 years back. And I was doing my studies in the United States. The campus was lush green, and I would go for my, for my runs. And I saw how people took care of themselves. They were older, but they were fitter. They were older than me, but they were fitter than me. And that is something that transformed me being there. And that continued for the rest of my life. That has helped me. And also the another thing that has helped me is the organizational skill, you know, how to organize larger programs to impact more people. That has come to me from my mother, because she taught me a lot of organizational skills and discipline. And you would agree, Elsa, no matter what we want to do in life, if we are not disciplined, if we do not have a structure, you do not have an organization, we will not be able to achieve anything. So a lot of that has come from her. All right, so I go for swimming, I run, I do strength training quite a bit. I lift very heavy weights. So but you do not see a Salman Khan sitting in front of you though. But yes, I do quite a bit of strength. Three days of strength training, 3 days of swimming, running, and then over the weekend I do my Kathak practice for about for more than 1 hour. And then I'm always active, whenever I get a chance, I walk. I try not to, because in Bangalore it is much easier to walk and reach the place in lesser time than if you were to take a car to get there. So I'm better off walking. Whenever I have an opportunity, I always walk. So the entire mission that we have, Elsa, is to reduce the healthcare burden. And not just in my personal life, I encourage other people to do that as well. Have home cooked food. Reduce your dependence on processed and packaged food, because one is they are unhealthy, and second is, it is also adding to the environmental burden with the packets and the all of that, right? So the home cooked food are the best. And when we prepare home cooked food, it also means that we are getting fresh vegetables from the market and we are cooking them. Fresh vegetables are always better than the packaged fried food that we get, and that will also encourage the Indian agriculture. So our dependence on the Indian agriculture, which works for our health as well, because the Indian digestive system is attuned to having the food that is grown locally. So we encourage people to do that. We also encourage people to be more active and close to nature. Go out for a walk, get yourself under the sunlight, go swimming, biking, jogging, running, whatever you do. So that is how we lead a sustainable life. I'm also a minimalist. I do not spend too much on clothes or jewelry or most of my spending goes on training programs, my books, and the certifications that I have to complete every year. So yes. And many people do not know this about me, just my parents, my husband, they know. I also used to pick up a lot of street fight when I was younger, when I was in school and college. If I used to see any Eve teasers teasing my friends or my college mates, I always used to feel very agitated. Why should women be, even if we are stepping out in the street, why is it such a big deal that you cannot, you cannot leave us in peace? So I used to find Eve teasers. And if I used to find Eve teasers, I used to pick up a fight with them. Like, fist fight. And when we were in the United States, I was being mugged. There were two, African American who came up from behind me, and they were pulling the purse from me. They were double my size in width and height, and I managed to pull my purse back, and I ran behind them saying, "Come back, come back, come back." My husband was running behind me saying, "Ruma, you come back, you come back, you come back," because he was afraid of my safety and my life. So all of these things, now looking back, I wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't put my life at risk again. But yes, I would like to have a place which is safer for women, and where women can travel fearlessly, be outside on the road fearlessly, without having to worry about her safety, and without having to fear that if she stands up and speaks for herself, she might jeopardize her life or put her life at risk. To be more calm and to be more careful with the words that come out of your mouth. Well, I think, because I'm very energetic, I'm very outspoken, in the sense that I'm not a very extrovert person, but when it comes to seeing injustice happening or talk about fairness, I like to speak my mind. I'm not a person who will chit chat on phone for hours and go out with her friends, socializing, party. I'm a very, very introvert person, but it comes to wrong being done, unfair means, then I speak up. And oftentimes the way I've spoken up probably was not right. It burned some relationships as well. I wish I was more careful in expressing my opinion in a way that the change came through. See, the final outcome that we want is the change, right? It's not about me. It is really not about me. It is about the change that we are working on. So the better we are able to communicate, the better we will be able to bring the change without burning relationships, because relationships are important, and building those bridges are important if we want to bring through a bigger change around us.